Everybody, Rooster here in Tennessee. Just real quick, just going to do a little short video, talk about some power supplies that I've got in stock and ready to go. I've got a few different ones to choose from here. We won't spend a lot of time talking about it, just kind of briefly go over them. RC has been doing some of these supplies. You guys might saw the one that's on my new test table out there, the 600 amp, the big purple one. He did it for me. We did a load test the other day on a 150 amp that he built, and it held real well. You had about 0.2, 0.3 volts in drop at over 150 amps worth of draw. So those were on 110, and I do have a couple of those. He's put two of them in some smaller cases, which some people may like. They don't take up as much room. Below them, you've got a couple of Fatboys. One is a 150. This one's 150 amp on 110 Fatboy, set at 14.5 volts. And this is a Fatboy 100 amp, set at 14.5 volts. Those both run on 110. And then I've got a couple that RC did, and I think he's setting his up at 15 volts, I believe is what he's setting them at. But the benefit of these is he has put these in a little bit smaller cabinet. You can see I'll stack them right on top of one of these Fatboys to show you. Not a huge difference in the size of the cabinet, but a little bit smaller. If somebody's not wanting to take up a lot of space. Again, I will do some videos on these and show you guys the performance, how they drop, and you know, the voltage drop and everything like that. Got your terminals back there on the back. This is your breaker that turns the supply on and off. And then you got a switch up front, turn your fan on and off on the ones that RC did. So I don't have these on the website yet. The Fatboys are on the website. I just know they're using this cabinet for the 150 amp now instead of the big long cabinet. So that they'll actually be using the 150 amps. They'll be in this cabinet along with the 100 amps will be in this cabinet. Now over here on the end, I have another supply, and this is actually a 300 amp that's going to run on 220. And again, I think he has set all these up at 15 volts flat, but I will check just to be sure. Big heavy duty power cord on this one, and should be able to run. I would feel pretty comfortable kind of loafing along a 16 on this 300 amp supply, a 16 pill standard. I should be more specific and say. But we'll load test it as well and show what kind of voltage drop we get out of it as well, and see how it handles a good load put on it. Remember, when I test them with a load tester, that load tester is going to put more of a draw on them than what you will with an RF amplifier. When you're running RF, it doesn't seem to pull down as much as just that raw dead load that a load tester puts on. And last but not least, figured I would show these. I do keep these in stock. I've got one left right now. These are getting really popular. I've sold a bunch of them. Took a while for them to take off, but it seems like once they started selling, people are buying them left and right. These PRV 120 amp, they're like a 3-in-1 type deal. Smart charger, power supply. There's the rating of it, if you guys want to look over that. They go up to like 14.5 volts or so, give or take. They do have a little variable voltage on them, but you can use these for all kinds of stuff. You can use them for a charger, power supply. There you go. Tells a little bit about it. There's kind of what they look like right there. They've got hookups here on the end for you to lock your wiring down in or whatever. And like I said, I've sold a bunch of these. These are getting pretty popular. They're 120 amps, and they don't take up much room at all. The only knockoff I can tell you about these, or drawback I should say, is the cord on them is not that long. They do run on 110 volts, but the power cord is pretty short. It's only like, I think it's only 2 or 3 feet long. So just keep that in mind. They are cheap though, for what you get. You get a 120 amp supply, and they're pretty cheap. I really recommend these to run like your Longhorn radios and stuff, those high output radios. They don't need a power supply this big, but you've got a lot of headroom with this. And only drawback, I think, another drawback is rather, I don't think they go up to 15 volts. I think 14.5 is about it on those. But there you guys go. A few power supplies to choose from. The Fatboys are already up on the website. The RC supplies, I'll get his up here in a little bit, hopefully this weekend. Going to be pretty busy. Have been slammed this week recovering from Manchester. I still have some stuff I need to unload. Lots of packages going out today and lots going out over the weekend. So just trying to kind of stay caught up a little bit. But just to recap, 300 amp supply here runs on 220. These little bit smaller supplies here, these are 150 amps by RC, and then 150 amp Fatboy, 100 amp Fatboy, and then the PRV. Hopefully get some Carl belt supplies in here soon too. Like I say, like to keep a little bit of everybody's stuff. Don't like to just keep, you know, Fatboys or just stuff that RC's made or just Carl belts. But so far so good. Anybody has questions, comments, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Also, check out the website, roostercb.com. And you can find these supplies on there as well under DC Power Supplies. That's roostercb.com. Everybody have a good day. Catch you guys out there. See you. Bye.